Hi, everybody. Sorry about our slight technical difficulties today. We have somebody else doing the streaming, so that's what happens. And also, apologies for episode 2 on YouTube. We had to take that down because half of the audio, half of my audio was gone. So hopefully we'll make up for that. So a quick recap on what happened last time. The adventurers went into the orc cave. They defeated all the orcs. They found Steve. Steve was dead. That was bad. Went down, found a statue, defeated a glick, or grick. I think it was a grick. Decided not to tangle with any more of those and left. Went to a little pond, freshened up, and noticed a girl crying. Said that their village was under attack by raiders, so they bravely went and fought the raiders. Got some supplies from them, some armor, some weapons, took their masks from them, as the raider masks that they had. Met the townfolk. The townfolk were very appreciative of their help. Fed them for the night and so that they could stay with them. And that is where we left off. So that was the quick recap. So it's nightfall. I know you guys have already adjusted your hit points and everything. But it's nightfall. If you want to sleep, you can. If you want to do things now, you can. Or you can just sleep to make it to the next day. Up to you.
Were they arranging like a whole town dinner thing, or were we just having dinner with that one family, or did they just like throw food at us?
The town kind of, they went picnic style, brought a big table out in the middle of these 3 houses, had a community feast for you guys. Full of the carrots and the potatoes, and they put candles out and everything.
That's like everything they have.
It's everything they have for sale. But it was farm fresh.
I'm starting to think that this is an elaborate marketing scheme.
And then I
thought we, after said dinner, we rested, and then it was like the following morning, and then we were getting up and having breakfast, and then deciding how to proceed.
We never actually got that far.
Ah, okay.
You guys were deciding how to sleep, and I think you broke up into 2 groups. 2 people took beds, and 2 people that don't need to sleep didn't, or
the elves,
meditated or what have you. Okay, so dawn comes. Cha-ching!
So I wake up and dust myself off, and then head outside and just kind of stretch and greet the morning.
Are you implying that their beds are dusty?
No, but my clothes are.
You got in bed without dusting yourself off?
Sleep dust, come on now.
What is sleep dust?
That's not a thing.
Is that a human thing?
That's true.
Yes, it's similar to fairy dust, guys. Yeah. So it's totally a sleep thing.
So quick for Brett, it was it's now morning, and you guys have awakened. Trex was apparently got dusty overnight and dusted himself off.
Sounds about right.
Kaz, are you an early riser?
Are you asking in character? You really need a character voice.
This is my character voice.
No, that's your real voice. It causes a lot of
Exactly.
confusion. So is that in character?
Well, I
Like,
figure
you
after
just-
a year I should already know this.
Yeah, okay. So generally, like, not really. If you guys need to leave early, he'll get up early, but left to his own devices, he'll sleep in a little bit, not like super late, but
Well, and you not the character, I figure I would need to probably help you wake up. So I thought Kaz might have a similar situation.
No, he doesn't need help getting up so much as just like if there's nothing important going on, he'll sleep in. But since you getting off the boat, he has not been doing that. He's generally up as soon as it starts getting light out.
Groovy. Well, let's all go have breakfast.
When you go outside, you see that the picnic table's still there. The people have been collecting eggs and have a moderate egg and toast breakfast set up for you out on the picnic table, the invisible picnic table.
That is wonderful. And I do have questions for the villagers, but I need to attend to Sega for just a second.
I saw him run.
Pause for kitty sneezing fits.
So I'm going to sit at the picnic table that's still there. Are any of the other villagers up?
Yes, they've made breakfast for you. They're used to getting up early because they're farmers.
But who? All of them? The whole village?
Like, who exactly is around us right now?
It seems like it's just Jero, Tara, and Lynn.
Our only new friends.
Oops, I'm drawing.
So like Bellicose, Nala, Bob, Zara are not around.
They are not here.
Cool, cool, cool.
Oh, by the way, so apparently after last game, I did not save all my notes that I'd written, and I'd written a lot. And so it's all gone. All my notes for everything is gone.
I don't even know how not to save. That's magic.
Yeah, I've been using OneNote too much. So I'm going to be relying on you guys.
I know those feels.
There's a picnic table. I drew it myself. It's just come alive off the page.
Hey, it almost matches my hair, my real hair. So guys, I suppose we should talk about how we got here and why that person would have snatched us.
At breakfast with these fine people?
Maybe.
Jero says, if you'd like, we can leave you to have a conversation. That's fine.
That sounds rude.
Oh, that would
No,
be
no,
so rude. No,
We-
of course
we
not.
just-
No.
Hey.
We just
No.
ate. We're fine. You can have the rest of this food. It's for you.
It would be very ineloquent of us.
Especially, we'll be on the road together all day, alone. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
We
I mean, we're practically dying for stranger company.
And this will be the first time we've shared a meal around a proper table. So please have a seat. Join us.
Please, please, we are guests in your country. We would love for you to regale us with tales of the local lore if you would be so kind.
They stand up and sit back down because you told them to have a seat, so they did. They said there's not much to tell. We're farmers. We farm. This is our farm. We farm here. We make carrots and potatoes and vegetables, and we have some chickens, and these are the eggs that they make. Feel free to eat them; they're delicious. Farmers, raider
Is
problems
there-
occasionally.
Is there a trading route to Darkenfrost?
This is kind of an out of the way place, but yeah, if you head north, you should be able to find it. You see that mountain in the distance, just head towards that, and you should be able to find it from there. He points
And
north.
are there any noble houses within Darkenfrost, or is it the capital of your country?
It is the capital. It is a large city. There's many people go there to trade and to conduct business. The politicians are there, but we don't have anything to do with that. We're just a small community out here.
You don't have a vote or anything?
We don't really pay attention to that kind of thing. There's no real voting anyway. There's the mask oligarchy.
Mascarchy?
Yes, maskigarchy.
It
Does-
seems unfair.
Does this village by chance have a spare horse and maybe a wagon that we could all like pile into? I would be happy to pay for it. I'm just curious.
We only have the horses we use for farming, and we can't give those up.
That's fair.
We need them. It's the only way we can make our food.
Of course.
No, of course, I understand.
But also, what is this money that you have been hoarding, Ito?
I mean, I'm sure we all have some manner of coin upon us.
We did all gather enough to have 5 gold pieces each.
That's where that 5 gold came from.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just not used to seeing money in such incremental amounts.
You must have been really surprised when you had none.
It was liberating, I will say that.
Charo goes,
Uh,
how do you all know each other?
Oh, we've been traveling around for about a year now. Taking up jobs, helping people with raider problems, that sort of thing.
Oh, you're great people. If you want to stay here, you can stay here. We'll help you build a house and we'll teach you farming.
That is so kind. But no, I think we would like to get back to our homes.
Where's your
Yeah.
homes?
Well, I don't have like one specific home so much, but like we are from a land called Faerun, and I think we would all like to get back there.
I think I've heard of that before. It seems like I've heard that name before, but I'm not very familiar with it at all.
Well, the dwarf down by the shore, he was also from there. He might have mentioned it.
Kargoth.
Thank you. I did not know his name. I'm not good with names.
Gonna
You
do it.
don't need to be.
Here's the quick catch-up story. They found that they woke up on a boat. They didn't have any possessions. They were in commoner's clothes. The boat crashed. They got into the water, killed an octopus, got on board on land, met a couple dwarfs, went up, kept on continuing, found a cave, killed some orcs, killed some things, went to a village. There were raiders. They helped kill the raiders. They slept for the night, and now they're having breakfast and talking. There you go. Sorry for the interruption.
We live a very adventurous life. No 2 days are the same.
Jaro, I want to ask, do you have any drow here?
What are these drow?
They're like elves. Like
They look like
like
me,
these,
only pale and sad and probably consternated.
okay. They live underground usually.
Don't know. We don't go. The ground is kind of scary here. We don't go underground. We don't go into caves. You never know what's going to happen underground because the bogs happen, the tumblers happen. There, anytime there can be danger underground with the with the lava coming up.
Right, of course. Are there any areas that are specifically off limits because they go underground?
None that I'm aware of. That's an odd question. We just don't go under because it's dangerous.
Okay, cool.
Probably a wise choice. I would not recommend doing underground things, underground things.
We just grow
Not
things in the
clear.
ground. That's all we do with the ground. Sometimes we
Yeah.
have a hard time because the bogs show up, the tumblers show up, and you never know where those are going to happen. So it's, we have to be versatile, and sometimes we have to plant a different field because of the bogs or the tumblers.
When he says bogs, he just means swamps, right?
Are you going to ask him?
I'm just like, I'm not sure if you explained that last time, because I know that last time when he was talking about tumblers, those are earthquakes. But yeah, I'll ask him. The bugs, what is that?
The land here, like I say, because of the great dragon underneath the world, has been a little unstable. And sometimes the lava comes up, sometimes the ground parts, sometimes when the parts, it's lava that comes up, sometimes it's water. And we kind of hope that it's water because you can get out of that. And sometimes if that happens, you can get fish. So it's just an opening in the ground where the water comes up, and sometimes there's land on top of where it opens up. So you got to kind of be careful because you can fall in, and it can be dangerous. Like we say, we like try to stay on top of the world.
Is
Okay,
this because
okay,
of
right.
earthquakes?
The giant tumblers, yes.
Hang on. So fish just sort of like pop up out of the ground?
There's a lot of water underneath the land too, and
Uh-huh.
there's fish that live there. They're
Interesting.
uglier than the ones by the sea because they're all
Right.
white, but they taste good. They're very good to eat. They're very tender for fish. I'm sorry, I don't eat fish, so I don't know if there's a tenderness value in fish because I'm allergic.
You're good.
Thank you for the host story.
There he is.
When the Raiders, when they took the bodies off of the Raiders, did anybody go with them? You guys did to get Clay, right? Who specifically went? All of you or just some of you?
I thought
Yeah,
all
we
of us
all,
went to get Clay.
yeah, we all
Yeah.
were clay
We
masks.
all went clay mask crazy.
You saw when you went to get Clay, they dropped him in a bog, and you did see that. I didn't explain it then,
Okay.
but it was just it was a part of the field where the land had come apart, and so it kind of broke, and there was land on top of it, but it was like just water underneath, and they just kind of shoved the bodies in there, and you were able to get clay around from the sides because underneath the land there's a little bit of clay.
That's gross. I thought they were going to put him in a lava pool.
I might have said that, but let's just go with bog for now.
Okay. So they're creating like that weird swamp in Lord of the Rings with all the dead bodies underneath it.
Oh, the fish eat them.
Oh,
It's the
Okay.
cycle of life.
I do appreciate that, yes.
Weird underground pale fish life. Out of curiosity, have people or other humanoid beings come out ever from these bogs?
Not from underneath, usually. We don't see much coming up from underneath except for fish.
Okay.
You've never been to these lands, have you?
No.
There are animals that look for the bogs to get the fish. They're called werjoens. Stand by.
Where's
They look like little people with tails. They go, ho, 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 ho.
Oh, so not a tail like my tail.
No, no, no. Just they help them hold on to trees, and they can sometimes hold on to a lower limb of a tree, and then dive into the bog, and then they'll come up with fish. They're very friendly to people usually too.
That's awesome. I do love a monkey.
Lynn says she has a friend that's in the forest. We think it's a Lerjun. Lynn's being real shy at the table.
That's the little girl, right?
That's correct.
I'll say, oh, you a friend? Is it the Lerjun?
Yes.
How did you make friend with it?
It likes me.
Is it just partial to smaller human?
I don't know.
Did you give it food?
Yes.
Okay, there it is.
It likes food.
Does it like certain kinds of food better?
They like fish.
Not banana.
What's a banana?
It's a curvy yellow thing. It doesn't matter. It's a fruit.
Oh,
Too much. Just too much.
sorry. That's as good as a little girl as you're gonna get from me.
It is
It's like,
excellent.
No, it was
It
great.
is so good. It is so. What is a banana? I just can't.
It was great.
She takes off. And she's not on the map anymore.
Does she usually just run off like that?
Kids are kids. She knows when to come back when she needs to.
Like when there's raiders.
We tell her to go hide.
Wise.
How far would you say we are from Darkenfrost?
That's about 3 days walk.
Good to know. Thank you.
Are there any other towns between here and Darkenfrost, or is it all travel route?
Not sure if anything's popped up since the last time we went, and that was years ago. We usually stay here because it's dangerous to travel. We're not
That-
adventurers or hunters like you.
Yeah,
Of course.
that makes sense. That checks out.
Well, I thank you for the breakfast.
No problem at all. If you don't mind, we're going to go tend to the fields. If there's anything you need, let us know.
Of course. Thank you for everything.
Yes, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, friends, what shall we do?
Make a perception check.
Nice.
I'll take the 21. Anyone else? I'll take the 21. I'll take the 16. You feel like while you're sitting there, there's some slight vibrations in the table.
Is that an
Earthquake
earthquake, guys?
Survey says yes,
Probably.
or at least it is the ground shaken. Whether or not that's of natural causes or not is yet to be seen, since it seems that the lord of this land believes that it is related to something other.
Yeah, the dragon.
Notorito is pretty certain it's an earthquake. There was no really question in his mind. Kaz and Ixanda are fairly sure also. And Taviana is pretty clear that it was probably also an earthquake. And we're about to switch the map.
This is fun. I
Thank you for
not
the sly clue.
experienced many earthquakes.
Let me check it first.
Taviana, you were asking a question before?
No, I was saying I was thinking wait for the sly clue.
No, before the villagers left.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was speculating on how we got here, and uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
The ground shake. The table has disappeared. The three
Hey,
villagers
I can simulate an earthquake.
shake. Ah, ah. Everybody, ah. The picnic table vanishes for some reason, and the three villagers that are on this map are actually not movable. So those aren't really there. They're not really there. So as you can see, there's also, it's hard to tell on the green background, but there's a lot of smoke in the air coming
Yes.
from these fissures that have opened with lava. The house that's closest to the one that's over on top of the villagers that aren't really there is threatening to catch that house on fire. And you hear distressed voices in the distance, and a little girl screaming.
Are there any screams coming from that house?
There are not any, as far as you know, there are nobody in any of the houses.
Does anyone have anything that could, I don't know, douse lava?
Well, the picnic table's probably still here. It might have a pitcher of water on it.
He clearly said it vanished. Yeah, no, it probably, I mean, I guess, yeah, it probably has water on it.
Hey, look! I see a well.
Like there was a well there the whole time.
Now all we need are buckets.
If only we had a wheelbarrow, that would be something.
Nice.
I
It's by
long
the
for a
albino.
bungalow.
It's by the albino, I think. There's a bucket in the well that they draw water from, attached to a rope.
Are there other buckets?
I'm sorry?
Are there other buckets around the well that you could transport the water instead of the one that you used to draw said water?
Make an investigation. It's not you critical succeed in that, and you don't see any buckets lying around. Just for say, there aren't any buckets around.
All right.
Your passive perception tells me that you don't see any buckets around.
The bucket attached to the well, I can untie it though, right?
Sure.
Okay. I'll untie it and try and like pour water on the fissure that's burning the house and see what happens. Does it do anything other than create a fuck ton of smoke?
It makes a lot of steam. The lava is still there. It doesn't really seem, I mean, you can tell it's making a difference, but not a huge difference.
I look around for a bucket in the farm's areas. Like, isn't there a
in the
barn near here?
fields.
No, like, isn't there a barn where they keep like their hay and stuff for storage? Like, isn't that what this over here
You
is?
can see slightly off the map that there's a place where they hitch the animals, and there is a little structure there. Sure.
I sprint to it.
You find 3 buckets.
I gather the buckets. I return with the buckets. Buckets of lore.
Taviana, do you have any spells that
I was just
create
looking
or
at
move
that.
water or earth?
Or ice or cold. Cold is good. Colder the better. It is lava.
So even though we're not like in a battle or anything, I would have had to have it already prepared, right? So, yep, I don't have anything. I was looking.
So I'm going to start taking the buckets and getting water in them.
You have 3 buckets sitting on the ground full of water. You one at a
And
time put it there, and
I'll help out by coming back and grabbing a full one and leaving the empty and going to dump more water.
Yeah,
Same.
I think we do that one at a time, and I'll just fill them as you guys are done with them.
And
Yes,
I'm
you have.
dousing the front of the house as well so that it doesn't catch.
okay. So you guys are in a line, and you're handing the buckets down, and just like in the olden times. And I guess Taviana is the one that's pouring the water. You pour like 1 bucket on the house, 1 bucket on the fisher, 1 bucket on the house. You do manage to save the house, and you've put enough water on it to where the sides of the fisher kind of collapse in on the lava, so it's not an immediate fire threat anymore. So it's not threatening the house anymore. It's still warm ground, but that
Now they have a
clay.
cool fire pit outside.
Well, the clay from around that you've made wet has kind of formed over it and made a harder shell.
Good point. Good point. The screams, the other fissures that are here that we can see, none of them are threatening the houses, right?
Correct. Just that tree. It's on fire. Well, it's not on. Actually, the tree is not on fire.
Oh, should it be?
The
Like reasonably, if it was a normal tree, would I expect it to be on fire?
the plumes of flame that are coming up from the lava are hitting the tree, but it's not on fire.
Do I have any idea why that might be? Is it like already burned?
Do you want to investigate the tree?
I do, but first I want to. We heard screaming, and I want to make sure that the people are okay out in the fields.
Let's just say that's done. Hang on. That's a clay area now. Those people are still not there. So it's a clay area, as you can tell by the universal symbol for clay area.
That clay, I'm assuming, is super hot and would not be fun to touch, right?
I would agree with your assessment.
Can I see the people in the fields?
Better than that. One moment. The little girl that's screaming runs up to you guys, like stands in the middle because she feels safe there. And these 2 come up, and it's the same for breakfast. Jaren says, "You saved the house. You saved the house. I can't repay you enough."
It's okay. Is do you have more lava pools in the fields?
There's a bog and some lava, but fortunately, it didn't really hit much of the crops.
Okay. I think we were pouring water on these. I think possibly pouring clay, if you can get some from the bog, would be more helpful.
We can take care of these. That's fine. We've dealt with these before. The water definitely helps, and I'm surprised strangers like you would have thought of water.
Fire?
We
For
do
lava?
have water where we come from,
And fire.
and lava.
From under the ground? You didn't seem like you knew because you said you were acting like you've gone underground before.
Well, it's not everywhere. It's usually it comes up in specific mountains.
You are wise in the ways of science.
Yes.
So, Jaro, do you have any idea why that tree over there isn't burning?
Oh, the covering, the moss covering you can't. They don't burn. Trees here don't burn. There's moss that just doesn't ever burn, and it covers all the trees here.
You have
I
fireproof
fashioned myself a moss
moss,
blanket.
and you don't cover your houses in this?
That's so smart.
Or maybe not the
It's-
entire house, not just around the base of the house would be enough. I
The
imagine.
hard part about getting the moss is it kind of crumbles when it comes off, so it's hard to.
Just
you know,
put it all in a bucket and then mix it up with some clay and put it on a thing.
I hadn't thought of clay. We'll definitely think about that.
You
We'll
have so
try it.
much clay. I just don't see how you aren't always thinking about clay.
We're farmers. We think about farming. Jared goes into the house that had the sign that said "small shop," and he brings out 20 candles to give you all. We make these. These are for you. We don't have much, but you're welcome to anything we have.
I will happily take those candles. Thank you, sir.
This is very kind. Our poor friend and his bad eyes will benefit greatly.
There's food packaged to go if you need any food too. It's all in there. Take whatever you want. You can clear the whole place up. That's fine.
No, that is okay. I think we already have enough rations, so
We go through our stuff and we make sure that we do have enough rations for 3 days travel. Or close to, because I can gather stuff along the way.
You have enough rations for 3 days travel.
But do you have any oxen or not oxen, donkeys or horses or any type of transportation that could be spared?
Were you not here for that?
yeah, we already asked. They said no. All of their animals are used for farming.
Gotcha.
And they didn't seem to have any spare. Also, horses are kind of they're kind of dangerous traveling with these bogs. They usually don't like it, and they rear up, and they're not good traveling companions in this land.
Maybe some flying eagles, giant eagles.
Oh yes, we have several of those in the back, sure, but they only take you about halfway.
Friendly wyverns.
Okay.
No, we don't have any of those.
What is a good traveling companion in the book?
The Wirjuns, they're good to help get food. They can tell you. They kind of have an idea when the tumblers are going to happen. They're all over the place. If you listen to them, you can hear them usually wherever you are. They sound like this. For like 5 minutes, he just imitates the sound of a Wirjun.
But nothing nothing large enough to ride then?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, you can risk a horse, but it's such a. I don't know. We don't travel. We don't travel much. We don't get out much. We stay here.
Of course, sorry.
Okay, so guys, I can transform into anything I have seen before, except for flying.
Have you seen a bus?
Have you seen a bus?
Or like a really long horse?
Like a wiener horse?
Yes, like that.
That seats four comfortably. Other seats.
The answer you're looking for is no, I have not seen that.
If I draw you a really good picture.
That's fair.
If you want to give it a shot, we can do that.
Is that a performance check?
You can use performance or sleight of hand. So she draws a really long horse. It resembles a horse, and it's not textured or shadowed. So if you want to try, you can try to turn into a two-dimensional horse.
Okay, so just to throw this out here, I can only change twice a day and only for 2 hours at a time. So I
And
don't
it's
know
3
if the
days worth
horse
of
is
travel.
gonna- Do what?
And it's 3 days worth of travel.
Right. So
Also, I'm looking at this now. I think it is not structurally stable. I think it needs another pair of legs.
So you're going to draw in two more
Yeah.
in the middle. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
so does that mean it can go faster?
No, it just means that we won't break your spine as we are on your back.
As fun as this is, it will not work.
Walking it is. We should probably gather our things and head north.
Yeah. I'll thank the villagers and say goodbye.
Same.
Lynn says, "No, don't go. Don't go."
Oh, now
Please
we're
don't.
friends.
Please don't make this a weird child prophecy thing where they're like, "You're gonna die out there."
Okay,
No,
that is not the voice he went with.
I went with the little girl voice. You stay. The Raiders are coming. You fought the Raiders.
We did. And you can tell them if they show up next time that they will die just like these people did. That's called bluffing.
Okay, I'll tell them that.
I mean,
You
don't
should-
go find them. Like, just if they show up.
Oh, okay. And she goes up and gives each one of you a hug. And says, thank you for saving us.
You're welcome.
You all die in the pits of hell. She does not say
There
that.
it
She
is.
does not say that. That was for Brett. Didn't
When
happen.
she hugs me, I lean in and say, "If you're scared of raiders coming back, just put the other raiders' heads on pikes at the edge of town.
They're in the fog.
For now."
You can get them out.
You took their mask. How will they know they're raiders?
It's just red.
I just assumed all raiders knew each other.
You could paint their faces red.
That would actually be much scarier.
She runs inside.
Never to interact with strangers again.
Now she's not going to miss us.
You hear slight crying inside.
Great.
Hey,
You made her
little girls
cry.
are scary, so she was scary first.
Sorry,
like pretty much my
little
job.
girl.
Not sorry. Practical life advice. How to ward off your enemies.
Just learn how to fight.
All right, I wanna make friends with a Wersian as soon as possible.
So you guys want to travel north?
You got any fish?
We have the rations, so I could use that.
You still have some dried fish on you from the dwarf from before.
I'm
We
just
have
saying, if I
fish,
was a
we have-
Wersian, I would want some fresh fish.
Then I'm glad you're not the Wersian I'm gonna try to make friends with.
Uh-oh. Lost her again.
Yep, it does that to Mandy a lot too.
Does she know she's not in there?
I'm
She
glad
does
it's,
now.
I'm glad it's Discord and not Zoom.
So as we start traveling, what what do we need to do to find Wersians?
They said they're everywhere.
They did. I mean, based on that description, we should just like walk into 3 on the way out of town.
Suddenly you all have Wersians in your packs. No.
Damn it! They're like tribbles.
I'm going to. That's funny.
That was my favorite episode ever.
We'll wait for Britt to get back.
Back in the day when I was young. And then when I found out that Charlie knows the guy who wrote that episode, just so cool.
And it's also cool that we work with somebody that was in a Doctor Who episode. Welcome back. So just so you know, you're going to head north. Sometimes the maps go east-west just because that's what the maps look like, but you're always making headway north if that's how you're going.
Cool. Thanks.
And map change. I didn't announce it.
You kind of did.
Ooh.
Are we on it yet?
Yes. You're on it. I see it on the screen.
Lower right.
Sorry about the squareness. Here, I'll move you guys up a little bit for mapped ease. Is that better?
Are the black holes little pits?
There's smoke pluming from them. You can see this map is very smoky. And this is the time when I learned how to Roll20 make maps where I can interact with tokens and things. So from here on, I should be doing much better.
Yay!
As you can see, there are fissures opened up and there are lava coming up from some. The black ones are just pluming smoke. And you can tell this is probably why the sky is like it is, how it's always kind of dark because of the smoke. You don't hear anything around here going.
Does the smoke smell like anything in particular?
It smells like burning.
But not like sulfurous or.
There could be a slight sulfurish smell to it, a little bit, like rotten eggs, a little bit, but mostly just like burning. I'm looking for a thing. That is not the thing. That's the thing.
I suggest to the party, I think we should probably do our best to stick to the quote unquote path since we're new to this land.
Then how will we find the Wershun for Taviana?
What are you guys' passive perceptions?
Mine is 18.
16.
16.
16.
You guys are very perceptive people. You hear from here, pinging the map, a rumbling, but it doesn't sound like the fissures you heard earlier. And, go ahead.
I was going to say that I would like to move away from that and observe what happens. But you were saying another one is happening nearby?
No, just the one where I pinged.
Okay.
You,
I
you hear
accidentally
something
pinged
from
them
there.
out. Sorry.
Ah,
You shouldn't be the same color, but we'll deal with that after stream. Need to check one thing. Large is 10 by 10, I believe. You see this.
what does that look like?
Looks like it's something made out of stone. And as the picture suggests, it looks like it has like a drapery of some sort to hide its junk. And it climbs out of the hole.
I'm gonna nudge Naruhito since he's standing right next to me and say, "Do you think he wants to be friends?"
And I say back to him, I don't think so.
But how will we know unless we try?
Okay, that's fair point when it comes to humans, but he is
Excuse you?
something else.
I'm sorry. When it comes to humans?
I apologize. I meant no offense. I meant more of like our size versus his size.
I just don't think we should be mean to people because they are large.
Druck's up in here getting ready to get into a you people argument.
It hears your conversation and says, food, when he looks at you.
See?
Oh no, 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 no. We are not food. We are friends.
Food.
No, still no. It's pronounced friends.
Fish are friends, not food.
I'm going to take a knee and pull out my longbow.
Click your tokens. It's time for initiative. Cast needs a little adjustment too. Oops. Oops. Food.
Taviana, what's your dexterity modifier?
4.
All right, then you are definitely first.
I think it takes that under consideration, actually.
It does look that way. It used to do a like decimal thing when it would take it under consideration.
Norihito, what would you like to do?
I take out my longbow and shoot it from this distance.
Okay.
This is not diplomatic.
That did not hit.
Says the diplomat of death.
And then I nudge Kaz and I say, have any ideas?
Maybe. I think there are a couple people faster than me, though, so.
Is that your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
Xandra.
Each of these squares is 5 feet, yeah?
That is a truth fact. Is that all your movement?
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go exactly for this.
There's a ruler thing too. Ruler tool.
Sweet. So I'm going to make good on what I said I was going to do and use my longbow.
Okay. Unfortunately, that also does not hit.
A 16 does not hit. Ick.
I mean, it's made of earth. It's probably like an 18 or 19. AC.
Well, that's why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Do it. That was all
Moving
for me.
movements, really? Okay. Taviana?
I am going to cast True Strike on this guy so that we can get more info about his defenses.
Can you link True Strike for me? The inside your mask, a little reticle comes up, and you see it, and it goes boop, 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 and then information comes down, Iron Man style. You realize its armor class is 17, and it's resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. I think I gave you quite a bit there.
Bludgeon, piercing, and
It's gone off your mask. You can't see it anymore, but it was slashing.
Flashing.
Is that all you'd like to
that's
do?
it for me.
Casimir.
Okay.
Cass is Iron Man. Food.
I keep telling you, it's friends, not food.
I think that's the only word he knows.
Would it be an action if I tossed him some fish?
I'll give you a free action for that.
Sweet. I'm gonna toss him some fish.
Like in his open
These-
mouth.
Sure. This is food. And I toss it.
He catches it and swallows it whole.
See? Food.
Food.
Friends. We're friends. That was food. Yes? No? Okay.
Cass's true strike also reveals that his intelligence is 5.
Oh no. So I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
He saves, so half damage is 4.
Yeah.
First blood. Okay. You gonna move or any other actions? Anything else?
Yeah, I guess I'll move up into his range and then back out of it.
Okay. About to where you are now. That
Yeah.
would be probably about what you can do.
Yep.
Okay, he is going to make a slam attack at you. Does a 15 hit?
Yep.
For 11 points of damage.
And I will cast Hellish Rebuke back at him.
Good.
Dexterity save.
Oh, he failed all of that. So 10.
Yes.
Okay. That it?
That is it.
He is going to move towards you two.
Friend.
He's going to slam both of you one at a time. Does a 12 hit Casimir?
No. Not anymore.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
He rolled as low as he could, and it was 10 damage. He says, friend. Naruhito.
I'm gonna look at Naruto and be like, I taught him the wrong thing. But he learns. Look at these.
No, I think he just substituted the word food with the word friend. I think he still wants to eat us.
Oh, no, I said friend and then I hit him. And then he said friend and then he hit you. He thinks friend means hit person.
Oh,
I was sending mixed messages. This is my
yes, yes. I would like to move If I move around him, will that give him an attack of opportunity if I'm in the same space? Like, I just want to
Yeah,
get behind him.
if you're still in the same space now. Okay.
And then I would like to attack with my orcish short sword.
I will give you advantage because you're flanking. He's not really upside down. He's just facing that way. So roll again. Ping! Doesn't really hit.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Alexandra, what you got?
I'm going to use a bonus action. Can you do a bonus action at the beginning of your turn?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm going to use a bonus action.
Oh, you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
How about now? Okay. I'm going to use a bonus action to invoke my planar warrior abilities.
Enlighten us. What does that do?
So it allows me to draw on the energies of the multiverse to augment my attacks. And basically, I get to choose a creature that I can see. And the next time that I hit that creature on this turn with a weapon attack, the damage becomes force damage is increased by 1d8.
Which creature? Is it Naruhito?
It is definitely going to be Earth and Mist Stomper. Mr. Earth Stomper.
Mr. Earthen McStomper?
Earth and Mist Stompy Pants. This
Gotcha. I'm with you 100%. I know what you're talking about. Do the things.
I am going to try and hit him with my longbow again, I think. Actually, no, I'm going to run up on him. I'm going to run up and attack him with my sword.
Okay. Where are you going? There? Okay. I'll still, he's looking at Kaz, so I'll give you flanking as well. So advantage. That will hit.
Hold on, I'm going to add the extra d8.
Nice roll.
So 14 points of damage.
He has been denoted with such damage. Is that it?
Does that make the short sword count as a magical weapon?
I don't have the spell in front of me.
No, it does not make it a magical weapon, no. She was referring to the fact that he has resistance to
Melee.
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, but this is force damage. It turns the damage into force damage.
All of the damage?
All
Okay.
of the damage becomes force damage, and it adds an extra 1d8 of damage.
Okay.
Cool.
Taviana.
All right, so I am going to run over to Casimir, avoiding any direct contact with him.
There is a path for that, sure.
And then I am going to put my hand on Casimir's shoulder and cast Enhance Ability.
Oh dear. What?
At level 2. and give
Good boy. It's a
him
novel.
Bear's Endurance.
I want that.
Oh, nice.
I'll let you roll the 2d6 if you want. Or do you want me to?
Actually, I take it back. I'm going to do. I said I was doing it at second level, but that only makes it where I can. She can target. Sorry, he can target another. Oh no, where I can target, but I'm not close to anybody. So I did it at level 1.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I have 7 extra hit points.
You also have advantage on any Constitution checks. And that is the only action I can take. I'm gonna. So I didn't use all my movement to get here. I'm gonna move a little bit to start my way toward the other two.
Okay.
I'm done.
You feel somewhat empowered, Casimir. What would you like to do?
Let's see. I'm I'm just gonna use my bonus action to pull out a battle axe and two-hand hit this guy with it.
Okay.
That's not good at all.
That didn't quite make the necessary level of roll to hit that monster man.
Yeah, no, I kind of like tap it against him, really. Is all that I do. I'm still not fully committed to being enemies with this guy. I kind of like him.
Are you going to move at all?
No.
Okay. Friend.
And sorry, I just noticed something. Oh, never mind.
The additional creatures that you can do once you cast it a third instead of second.
No.
First attack did not hit. Second attack was a 20. That hits, yeah.
It sure does.
Friend. For 18.
And that goes through the temporary hit points first, right?
Correct. Couch. Okay. Naruhito. Naruhito.
I'm going to move slightly to the left of him.
Still flanking, still advantage.
And I'm going to attack with my short sword once again.
Do I get advantage for flanking?
He's facing you, so technically you're the one he's engaged with.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but that does not hit.
And that's my turn.
You got a +6. Come on.
I know, right?
Exandra.
I am going to hit him with my short sword again.
Okay. That hits.
Did I hit it? Yay!
Were you watching Naruhito? Were you watching that? Because that's the way you want to do that. Just kidding. Sorry.
No, I was taking notes. It's fine.
So that thing still last on that? How long is that? Is that an hour?
It's at the next turn, so or like the next like attack. So I don't think it's consistent. I think it's just like a bonus action for one turn. So this would be piercing damage.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to accomplish?
I don't think so right now. No. So I'll stay.
Taviana.
Okay, so I'm gonna move one square closer, hit him with my scimitar.
Okay. That hits.
I cussed well and loudly.
Woke him up.
And I'm also going to do as a bonus action healing word on Drex.
We lost Brett again.
Okay.
Does she know?
Yes.
So 6 back, Drex.
Thank you.
Casimir. Friend.
I can't believe you healed Drax. Who probably has more hit points than I do. Okay. Friend. Motherfucker.
I thought you had 7 more hit points temporarily.
Yeah, and then he knocked them the fuck off.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Is that, I mean, what do they do if they don't?
You gave them to her. She got hit for 18. So those went first, and then she took from her own pool.
Right, but she still has them. He just knocked her down.
She
I don't-
expended the temporary hit points. She used those for the damage that she took.
Yeah. So I took 11 out of my actual hit points. But yeah, those are gone. I'm at half health now.
Sorry, I know he's down only... Drex, you're only down 10, right?
I was down 10, and then you hit me with
right,
6.
I would have hit Kaz if I'd known she was at half. Sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry, he.
Thanks.
It's bad enough I'm calling you Kaz.
Do we want to double back and retcon that, or the healing's healing?
It happens. So if I cast something that's a 10-foot radius sphere, that is like all of the space he's in, right?
I'm sorry, I looked at the chat and I should have. So what was that again?
If I cast something that's a 10-foot radius sphere, that's all of his space, right?
That's all of him, yeah.
All right, and it won't hit anybody else?
Correct.
Radius? It should hit all of us if it's radius.
Is it? Oh, it's radius?
10-foot radius is 2
You
blocks.
got a
for any
5-foot
point.
radius.
Diameter would be straight across the whole thing.
Okay.
It's a 10-foot diameter. It's a 5-foot radius.
Okay.
You can do it and just get Noruhito.
Or I could do it and just get me and him, because it's a Constitution save and I have advantage on that.
If you want, you could get everyone in the party pretty much.
No, I'm gonna center it so that it just gets me and my new friend.
Okay. What is it you're casting?
I'm casting Shatter. So it didn't actually print the text there, so I will tell you what that does. It creates a sudden, loud ringing noise that is painfully intense, and each creature in a 10-foot radius centered on a point I choose within range must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. A creature made of inorganic material, such as stone or several other things, has disadvantage on that save.
And you have advantage.
His lowest roll equals a 14. So he takes all of that, right? And you save, so you take half, which is 7.
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Earth Stomper is getting hit from behind. His intention was before that, he didn't know where that came from. He's going to turn his attention this way.
Oh, good.
And misses the girl who's not at her desk. And well, those were, he rolled a 1 and a 2, so he did not hit.
Nice, solid rolls. Keep going.
In fact, since he rolled, I'm gonna. He did an earth slam, and he slammed his foot. So I'm gonna do. He, the dice I chose, he rolled the highest on. So he just did 8 points of damage to himself. Wait, plus 5. He did 13 to himself.
Oh, buddy.
Just for clarity, I won't. I mean, I generally won't, unless it's like a really dire circumstances. You guys won't hit each other when you critical fail. Something might happen, but I don't like to play the game where, oh, I just shot Cass in the eye accidentally. It makes you more fearful, and I don't like fearful players.
And we appreciate that.
Friend food. Naruhito.
I move again and stay behind him.
You're still behind him.
And this time I'd like to use my longsword.
Okay. 22 hits. It's versatile. He will take some of that. I'm not going to say he's bloodied, but he's not looking good. He doesn't really bleed, so, you know.
He's got little pieces crumbling off, though.
Thank you, Dree, for the subscription for 4 months in a row for your updated subscription. I appreciate that. Love you, Dree. Thank you. Anything else you'd like to accomplish, sir?
No, that'll be it. Thank you.
Alexandra.
I'm going to flourish with my short sword and do another attack.
Flourish like? Okay.
Elven flourish. We're all fluent in it with our fighting styles.
That will hit.
Booyakasha!
It's hard.
So close to being a crit.
Cool. Anything else?
I am going to move 1 square to my left.
Yeah, technically you weren't at advantage because he was engaged with you, but I'm going to go ahead and let it go because I already wrote it down. But you will be next turn. Teviana, he missed you. You were away, and he critically missed you. So he hit himself in the foot when he tried to hit you.
It was sad.
Very awesome.
But it's your turn now.
Yes.
So, help.
So I'm
help,
coming
help.
over to Kaz.
Yes, help.
And I'm casting Cure Wounds.
At a high level or a regular level or
I'm going to do it at level 2.
does an 8
Thank
hit?
you.
Just kidding. It's 18 points of healing. I played with a guy that did that once in Roll20. So an 8 didn't hit you, so you don't get the heal.
That's rude.
Yeah, and I told him what that actually meant and that he was wrong. Is that all you'd like to do?
Yep, that's it.
Casimir.
Excellent. So now I get advantage, right?
Currently, until he does anything, you're all, I'm going to say you're all flanking because he just hit where you guys are not anymore. So he's
All right.
engaged to the right.
Cool.
And fuck it, we're surrounding him. We should get like plus 50 to each attack damage roll.
That's not how Dungeons and Dragons works.
Not how anything works, but this is a magical fantasy land.
That hits.
He's gonna take the 6, and since it's spectral, it's magic damage, so he takes the whole thing.
I don't understand what I'm seeing there.
It's giving you one-handed and then two-handed. I'm using
Okay.
it two-handed, so
Cool. My rules lawyer agrees. Okay, so it was 6. I'm taking 6. Is that what you said?
yes.
And it's magical, so it's magical. And that's it. I'm guessing. Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna turn. Well,
Blue.
let's see.
And start a band called the Blue Rock Group.
Okay. He's gonna turn towards Alexandra.
Shit!
I rolled for that just so you know. He's getting damage from all sides. So
It's all good.
Hey, Jess, you can put that in the camera again.
We can look at it later.
does a 15 hit? 1-5, 15. Does it hit?
It does not.
How about a 14?
Nope.
He's not rolling well. You're lucky I'm not using my big dice, my little dice, my metal dice. It would have killed you. Okay, Cass, are you there?
I am.
Okay. This might take a little while longer. We're at the halfway point, so why don't we take a quick 5-minute break, and we will be back right after that. And we're back in the middle of a fight with Mr. Earthy McStomper McStupidface. A couple people are struggling to get back in, but Norihito is here. He is at it. You're still flanking, and you are up, sir.
I will continue my attack with my longsword, sir.
That hits. That's your weapon.
Found it.
Very good. Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, that's my move.
Do you want to stand there and look fabulous? Alexandra, would you like to join us back in Discord and take your turn?
She's trying.
Understood.
You want to hold her action until she gets in?
If she doesn't mind, I'll jump to the next person, sure.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. Alexandra. Naruhito just did an amazing thing with a longsword and did not kill him, but did damage. You're up.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my short sword again.
You are not at advantage. But you hit.
For 6 piercing, which is actually going to be like 3 because resistance.
That's how things work sometimes. Anything else?
I think I'm going to move around him.
Okay. Okay. Taviana, what you got?
Okay, so I think Kaz is still the worst one off hit point wise.
It's not so bad now, though.
And I was kind of surprised that he didn't go down with that last hit, but
Wait, me or the rock monster?
the rock. I figured after the 14 and the 6, I mean, 20 more damage, and he's not down.
He does have resistances, as you remember.
Yeah, so he's only taking half of that damage. So 10.
So yeah, I'll still hit him with the my scimitar.
At advantage. That hits. Okay, anything else you'd like to do? The anticipation is killing you.
I will, since it is a bonus action, I will do a healing word on Kaz.
Thank you. That is very kind.
Friend.
Yes, friend.
For 9. That one, though. Sometimes that's all that separates you from death. So
1.
True.
That's
Kaz
The
Yeah.
loneliest number.
it is.
I'm gonna hit him with my battle axe again, and I have advantage, right?
Correct. That is a hit.
It's the 2.
He takes all of that. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
He's going to double attack Naruhito. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Does a 23 hit?
Oh, Lord, yes.
That's 15 points of damage and 15 points of damage.
So
Are you
30,
hurting?
So 30 total.
Oh, geez. You all right?
I mean, I could be better.
And you could go now if you'd like.
I attack him with my longsword.
Okay. Would you like to move first?
Would I have advantage at where I am, or no, I think I'll.
He's facing you.
He is
head
facing
on.
me.
Just hit you. He's engaged with you.
Yeah. Actually, I will move behind him and then attack him.
Okay. That hit just really made you not focused, and it did not hit. That it for you?
Yep, I'm done.
Like dead done, or just done?
Oh
for
no,
your
no,
turn?
I'm done with my turn.
Xandra.
All right. I'm gonna cure some wounds on Naru.
Thank
So you
you.
get 11 points back, and
I
then
happily take them.
I am going to move. I'm going to do a nice graceful dance around this monster.
You're currently at flanking, like right behind him.
That's true, but but he can still turn on his move. And
He can.
yeah, I'm going to move.
Okay. You'll still have flanking.
And I'm going to be... No, I'm not going to say I'm going to try and get his attention, but I will yell at him. And say, friends aren't food.
Cool.
You brute.
Is that all for you?
Yeah.
Taviana?
Okay, does anybody need healing?
I mean, I'm at 25. How's that feel?
So are you half or?
Yes, I'm at half.
I'm just going to remind that he just got hit for 30, so, you do with that what you want.
True. So.
And then healed for 11.
Well, that's not true. He got hit for 15 and 15.
All right, I will make my way over.
Easily done. $13.
Thank you.
And that's it for me.
I'm having fun. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun.
I wish he would die already.
Casimir. Sir. It's your turn,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you. I regret teaching him this incorrect thing. But there we are. Okay. I will hit him with my battle axe again.
Okay. I think that hits. Yeah, that hits.
5.
It's not looking great. It's kind of boring. He only has the one attack.
I mean, when you hit for 15 a pop, it's you don't need a lot.
He looks at you, Xandra, and says, "Food." The 26 hit
Oh man, just barely.
and an 11.
11
That's-
does not hit.
That's
Or was that the
16.
damage?
No, that was the second hit. So 16 points of damage.
And I say, friends, not food.
Food. Oh, food. I didn't advance the turn order. He went out of turn. Naruhito, you're up.
I attack him with my longsword.
Remember to cuss before you hit.
He doesn't know those words.
Do it.
He doesn't know those words.
What did I say?
It's
And I
just-
said
You're right.
I did not do it.
You're right. I should have cussed.
Apparently, not only can he not cuss when you can hear him, but he can't cuss when you're looking at him. Seems to be.
By the way, chat, Drexhawk cannot cuss when I'm around. Just me. Everybody else here, it's fine.
think
It's
you
just
do.
me.
Because she's a mom.
Hey, I don't cuss around Wade either. Just saying.
That is entirely not true.
Next
Okay.
time, if
Yeah,
you like.
We
I
have
will
watched
cover
you
my
play
camera.
Ark.
Yeah, we've seen y'all play Ark together. We know the cussing happens, all the fricassees, the fricassees, all the heckin' words.
If he's alive when it comes around to your turn, do you want us to cover our cam so you can cuss?
So you can say the devil's words.
Actually, he just needs to cover his cam.
That's true. That's true.
I'll just think the devil's words. It's fine.
Shield yourself, heathen, while you use your devil tongue.
That's not enough, man. You gotta speak the incantations.
God, haven't you read Satanist 101?
You can type it too, because technically the dice are inside Roll20, so they would hear it that way too. But then it would be on stream, and everybody would see that you did it and know that you know the devil words. Xandra, ma'am,
Sir,
it would be your turn. You do not have advantage.
I do not. But what do I have, if not my excellent charisma?
You can smile damage him.
Oh, always. No, I will.
That's beaming
Man,
damage.
I want to be 5th level so I can have my extra attack now.
You check and you decide that you have not leveled up yet. I didn't even make you roll for that for perception because you're that perceptive.
Kill this guy, and maybe we'll get there.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my short sword again. Again with the elven flourish.
That hit.
Ooh, I don't even need advantage. Take that 5 piercing damage. It was 10, but resistance.
He does
Sorry,
take it.
Just a little book.
It sounds like you would think it would sound when metal hits stone. Clank. Even though it was piercing, it was still a clank.
Poke.
Taviana,
Clank.
what you got?
All right, guys, I have one spell slot left. Does anyone need healing?
Man, 3 days is a long time, isn't it?
I recommend saving that. And do you have any like weaponized cantrips?
The only one I have, well, I have two. One is Firebolt, which he's out here amongst fire, and he's rock, so I don't,
He's not resistant to fire though. Your
True.
scan didn't turn that up, and I haven't had to have my fire damage.
All right, then I'll do that.
Yeah, plus I can try and heal people.
That hits. Takes all of that.
All 3. Booyah.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
My cat found a bag.
That meets.
Sweet. Son of a bitch.
Clank.
At that point, it's really more of a tink.
Just because he can, he's going to sink into the ground about 2 feet and then come back up. So he didn't leave your range, but he just went 2 feet down, 2 feet back up. That was his movement.
Does that like heal him or anything?
He doesn't look healthier. None of the chips that you guys have chipped off of him have come back.
All right. I mean, sometimes you just got to play in the mud, you know?
He still has a friend, food, and Exandra. 13 and a 9. Critically failed, so he's going to hit himself again.
Go fish.
We tried that, and then he came out swinging.
That's not exactly true. I gave him fish, you hit him. And then
Oh, yeah.
everybody else hit him, and now he thinks friend means attack.
He hit his foot so hard that it shattered his foot a little bit, and he is extremely bad. Naruhito.
Here, I'll cuss for you.
Thanks. And I'll attack with my longsword.
You will make the attempt. What happens? No need to roll damage. What? Tell me how this happens.
I just so he nearly smashed one of his legs. I attack his other knee, and then I resheath my sword.
Yeah, you do a quick flourish. You do that to his knee, put it back in, and before he hits the ground, your sword is back in its sheath, and he just lands back on his back. That was good, guys. Now I know what to throw at you.
Oh, now you know.
Yeah, you guys are really super strong. So just wanted to know what CR level I could throw at you. I had 3 of those in the works just in case, but no.
Just in case we steamrolled over the first one.
When he hit himself in the foot, he brought himself down to 1.
I am sorry, little Drac, that we could not teach you better.
I kick the remnant rock pile and say, that'll teach ya.
Any
God,
blue
what is
dime?
my freaking character voice? Am I French? Where are we going here? What's happening? I don't. It's
I
just
don't-
a roller coaster ride of emotion.
I don't know, but I do not think that teaching is your chosen calling.
No shit.
I think you should just do a different accent every time.
Also, thanks for the cussing.
You're very, very welcome. Cussing is always a free action.
Did he have anything on him?
When he fell, let's say when his leg broke open, there was a gold nugget that fell out.
Ooh.
That's worth, let's say, 50 gold pieces.
All right. We'll pocket that. I was thinking like maybe he had a moss pocket or something, but that's a lot cooler.
A Mossic.
A moss
Mossett.
pocket. Yeah, yeah. From his little hiding his junk sheath. There are no pockets in there.
Oh man, see,
Just doing a little quick calculation here. Okay. You have downed this earth elemental.
excellent. Do we hear any monkeys?
You didn't hear any before he came out of the hole. You don't hear any now.
All right.
Oh, I need to clear this. Cool.
And you said that gold nugget was worth 50 GP?
Correct. Which one of you took it?
I'll grab it.
Okay. Please denote such in your character sheet or your journal. However you keep track of the things that you have. So there you go. You have a dead earth elemental there. You're all surrounding him, chanting, I would imagine. Friends are not food. Friends are not food. Friends are not food.
I'm not gonna chant after murders. That feels really culty.
Okay.
Do we want to take a short rest here, or do we want to keep moving?
I mean, we're in an area where giant elementals crawl out of holes in the ground, so I feel like we should definitely move.
But
Fair.
several of us are down hit points, not me. And I'm down to 1 spell slot, so
Yeah, that's why I think we should move.
So the question is, you're still fairly close to Staalen, or do you want to continue on?
I'd kind of
I-
like to start fresh. Could we go to Starin and rest up and do this again?
And then run into another earth elemental, and it'll be like Groundhog Day.
Well, some would call that grinding levels too.
Which
But
is
do I
my
feel
least
like a
favorite
five
thing.
yet?
I vote we keep moving.
Same.
Maybe.
So that's
Sandra?
2 to 1.
Exandra?
I vote we find somewhere with fewer holes in the ground, take a short rest, and also keep moving.
All right.
One question though. Before we left town, did we have the presence of mind to get something akin to camping gear, or are we just gonna rough it?
Let's say you didn't have that. You didn't think about it, of course, but you did think your characters thought about it, and they did give you like some blankets and like a roll-up pad.
Cool.
No tents though. They didn't have any extra tents.
Right. And they give us bags, right? I thought.
We had bags
Little
from the
simple-
dwarf.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They don't grow bags on the farm.
Oh, no one grows bags.
That you know of. So you'd like to continue on?
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus.
Which would mean a map change. Here we go. Map change coming up. Warning.
Are you sure it does mean changing the bulb?
Did I put you in the wrong one? No. Okay, it's the right one. Yay! As you come to this, you continue on the path as much as a path as you can see. It doesn't look well traveled. Sometimes it's like a dirt path, but mostly it's just pressed down grass. Not many people travel. You come out and you see up ahead a man trying to move his cart out of one of the fissures that formed.
I go up and grab a side of the cart and help him push.
I do the same.
I'll push from the fire corner.
Over the fire. Place yourself. Okay. Brett, are you helping? Sorry, Exandra.
Yeah, sorry, I was having a problem with positioning the map. Hold on just a sec.
Do you have fire resistance, Cheth?
I do.
You don't need to roll. You guys are all super strong, and you're easily help him move it out of the way over to here. Did you like how I made it look like he was trying to move it out?
That was very nice. Very good. I like it.
You notice he is a dwarven man. He has a mask on it that would indicate that he is a peddler. And his wagon, that back left wheel, is broken. And he says, "Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Very kind of strangers. I see you're all hunters."
Yes, I am. That is, yes, hunter. That is what I am.
Very good.
So believable.
He goes into his cart and fishes around for a little bit and comes back and gives you each a little mechanical fire starter. And it says, I'm as poor as my mask, but here you go. Thank you so much for the help. You're very strong people.
This is
I'm as
very
poor
cool.
as my mask. He's a peddler.
It's a very poor mask.
Like it's poorly made, or peddler masks in general are not good.
His does not seem very ornate at all. You can see that it has a merchant symbol on it, which would be what merchant symbols look like. It's got a hand with some copper coins going into it.
Okay, I was gonna ask
And
if it just says ka-ching, ka-ching.
another hand giving him one of the fire starters he makes. So,
Hello,
it's a mask.
sir. My name is Taviana. What's yours?
Taviana, I'm Daytimer.
Oh, it's fucking not.
What's fucking?
Yes, it
What?
fucking is my name, Daytimer.
No, I whisper that to Taviana, whose name is supposed to be something else, because we weren't giving people our real names. But you do you.
Would somebody remind me what our all names are? Because remember about my journal getting erased?
I would love to, but I never kept track of that at all.
I introduce
It doesn't have to be the same name every time, but
I introduce myself and say, "Hello, Daytimer. My name is Bob."
right, you were Bob. Do you want to go
Yeah.
back and not say that and say your fake name?
Your fake name was Nala.
God, now I have to keep track of all that crap too.
I think it's written down somewhere in chat, but
Yeah, I scrolled up and found it.
Nala, Bob, Sarah, and Bellicose.
Yeah. Which you wanted to change it to like Zara, which is fine.
I will just call you friends.
We just said the whole thing with the rock person. I hope that you know what friends actually means and you're not going to try and hit us.
Oh, no, no. And he forcibly gives you the fire starters that he's made. I sell these at the fair.
Oh, what fair?
Oh, the big fair. Of course you know the fair.
We're not from around here.
Ah, well, the fair's coming up soon. Everyone goes to the fair, and it's just a big gathering of the lands.
And this takes place in the Darkenfrost?
It's close to Dark and Frost, but it's outside. They don't want the fair in the grounds because there's not enough room for all the people.
Okay.
Are you headed to Darkenfrost now?
If I can fix this wheel, yes. I'm heading towards the fair.
So, if we help you fix the wheel, could we get a ride?
Of course. There's not enough room for everyone, but you can travel along with me.
What kind of role would that be?
To fix a wheel.
Yeah.
You mean you don't
I don't
know?
have a I don't have a mending spell.
Nature to get wood, dexterity to craft wood.
Could I just do survival for the whole?
Sure.
Sorry, that wasn't supposed to be an advantage. I failed miserably.
Perform us a wheel.
That sounds painful.
How would you know? You have not tried yet.
We're missing somebody, yes? Oh, there it is. So 12.
And 10, not an advantage.
I take the first one if you're not supposed to be advantage. The first of the two rolls.
Exandra to the rescue. The noble woman knows how to fix the wagon wheel, while the rest of us are useless.
Let's see how Daytimer rolls.
She's seen it done so many times.
Kind of like the first time I ever had to help someone change a tire. I just heard about it so many times that I was like, we can do this.
In the South, if pretty much any man sees you changing a tire, you're going to get an offer to help, even if they have no idea how to do it.
And that's why I've never said okay. Because I figured out how to do it myself.
Yeah, like I don't know what your expertise level is. I'm good. I got it.
It's more of a, if anyone's going to break my shit, I want it to be me because I won't be mad at me.
Exactly, and he was taking forever and he didn't know what he was doing, so I had to just make him go away. Wade, I just got a warning about my connection in...
So did I. Roll 20.
Yeah, me too.
So did I, but then it went away.
With Daytimer's help, who rolled very well, you are able to fashion a wheel. It takes a little while. You guys took a while to gather the wood. We're just rolling now for fun. Oh, no, that's just somebody's whispering, aren't they? Okay. And you're able to fashion one. Ah, nice work.
Okay, so how many people do you think could ride?
It looks like 2 at a time. The rest is like a wagon full of goods and fire starters and things that he sells. There is a back portion, but he doesn't want anybody going there. He doesn't want anybody in the back.
That's not suspicious at all.
Could we potentially sit on the roof?
It doesn't look like that would be a comfortable thing.
I'm a very good climber.
It's not about getting there. It would be very pokey on a
Or maybe-
long, bumpy road.
Yeah, is it possible that I can persuade him with a crit to let us sit in his wagon?
We
in
can
the
all
back?
take turns. We can all take turns. Do you know how to drive a horse? Drive a horse, ride a, I don't know. Is it drive? I think it's drive when it's a cart, right?
Yeah,
it's drive.
drivers. I do.
Okay. We can all take turns. There's just no, it's two people. There's no real seats, and the back is off limits. I'm sorry.
So I would like to take advantage of the ride to do my meditation and get my spell slots back and stuff.
But you made a persuasion check of a crit persuasion check.
She did.
So I can't just
sure
ignore that,
did.
can I?
He could counter roll and see if he also critted.
I can zoom in on that tighter if you'd like.
Persuasion is charisma, right?
Sure is.
You beat him. He says,
Surprise.
if you'll all stand at the front of the cart, let me move some things around.
Thank you. We're much obliged.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can see what he has?
He's not going to open it until you're in the front of the cart, but you can do a perception check there. You hear what sounds like a large metal box being moved around. He spends a couple of minutes there and tries to organize things back there and make it as comfortable as possible back there. So there's about enough room for two people to ride in the cart, two people to ride outside of the cart. So it still seems like there's one person that can't fit. But I guess if we scooch together up front, it won't be that comfortable, but you know, we could probably make do.
I can cast Long Strider on myself and walk outside the cart.
Okay.
And then we can take turns.
He said, before we go, moving this cart took a lot out of me. I'd like to take a quick short rest.
That
Oh,
sounds
good.
wonderful.
We would do, yes. We had an accident with a large rock, and it took a lot out of us.
Okay. With your passive perceptions, you do hear a
Taviana, it's your moment.
check to see if you can see where it came from. That would be a perception roll.
So I
Anyone
kind of
else?
look around listening for it, and I just keep spinning. But Kaz says,
You, with your 11, you hear the gunshots in PUBG, and you look around, but you have no idea where they're coming from until it's too late. You mimic that guy lived a game playing PUBG to a T.
As she's sort of spinning around, I wait until she's facing the right direction, and I just stop her and go this way. Go.
Don't have a token yet. Hang on. That one would be perfect, but it's I'd have to pay for it. That one's adorable, but it's not what it is.
I can always draw you one later.
Okay. Or I could just find one. And Roll20 is being a butt, and it just keeps unscrolling my scroll. So hang on. I know what to do here. It's not really Lynn from the other town. It's vaguely shaped like it's not quite like a monkey, but it's kind of like a cross between a monkey and an orangutan, however you want to say it.
Nice.
I like
Is it orange?
It's dirty. It's covered in the soot and stuff. It has a fish in its hand, and it comes up to Daytimer and gives it to him. And he says, "Oh, thank you, Reba. Everyone, this is Reba."
Oh, this is your version.
Oh, I don't own it. She's just a friend. She travels with me.
Excellent. That is very cool.
So she does travel with him.
We can make fish. We can take a short rest. We can spend our hit dices if we'd like. We can get back hit points that way, and we can take a short rest here.
You are very meta.
Some say.
It has been said.
You bet your pretty floral bonnet.
I thought you were going to say you bet your pretty 401k, and I was like, whoa, buddy, whoa.
Yeah. What is 401k?
That would be fiscally irresponsible.
Just adopted the Taviana, the Jess, who are Casimir accent. What is this 401k? What is this?
It kind of sounds like Eddie Murphy doing that accent.
You come, you go. Well, whatever.
And this is how we spiral out of control. What? Who am I? What? Where are we?
Would you like to spend your hit dice to get back hit points? Please do so now. Wow. You hear that?
Is that rain?
I think so.
Oh.
That's just amazing.
I don't hear it. No. I'm only down by 1 point at this point, so I am going to keep my hit dice.
I'm gonna. Do we recoup our spell slots?
It depends. Most classes don't.
I think only warlocks do, don't they?
Oh man, do I? That would be excellent.
Or is it that can just change their spells during a short rest?
I'm looking it up.
My rules lawyer says warlocks do.
Sweet.
Thank you, Dreve.
So during the short rest, go ahead, please.
What was I going to say? In terms of hit dice, do we roll 4 times to see how much HP we get back, or?
Yes, you can click on the word hit dice and it rolls for you, and you get that much back, and you should have a certain amount, right? It's
And you
one
don't
per
have
level,
to do
isn't
all
it?
4.
And how do they replenish? Is that after a long rest?
Mhm.
During a long rest, you can regain up to half of your level of hit dice. Warlocks recover theirs on a short rest. That's why they have so few spells.
Okay, I'll use
Dreve's the best.
one of my hit dice.
You can use one and then see if that's enough, and then choose to use another if you'd like. That's how I roll.
Well, there we are.
Do you want to use another one? Like I
let
said,
me check.
you can use one and then another if you'd like. You can do however many you want.
No, I'll stay there. It's fine.
So the two really just said, "Yeah, this is where I need to be."
That topped me off.
Well, I'm just playing the odds here. It's fine.
Okay, you regain 2 hit points. Anyone else?
Not I.
Okay. So Daytimer tells you about the fair, mentions Piercing Blade is probably going to try to take leadership of the lands, even without the Almighty Slayer mask, because she's been looking for him for a long time, and if he's not around, she feels that she is next in line and should be allowed to control the lands.
Will there be a vote?
The nobles from around the land will either accept her or face her in combat.
Interesting. So it's some Black Panther shit.
Hadn't thought about that, but I guess in a way.
And Piercing Blade is good for a ruler? I can't remember.
I
She's
think everybody else took notes about that, so they could probably tell you.
yeah. She isn't bad, but she's very hot-headed and impulsive, and so she would not necessarily be good at ruling so much as like leading an army.
Anybody else can weigh in? Okay, you remember that she had talked, that they had told you that she goes out and kills raiders that are attacking towns. She tries to keep the land safe and tries to find Steelfist because she believes she should rule. And if that happens, she would face him in combat to take his mask to rule the lands.
Yeah, I don't remember them speaking to her temperament at all, just that she was fighting the raiders.
Daytimer would say, I think she's a spoiled brat.
Why?
The only ruler is the Almighty Slayer.
But he has not been around, so how
That
do
does-
you rule if you are not present?
How do you know what he's up to? He might be trying to defeat evil. We don't know.
Yes,
Is he
but
immortal?
No, he's a dwarf.
Well then, he's not the only ruler. He's just the only ruler right now.
He is the ruler of the land.
For now.
yeah, but you do not know if he's alive, and he cannot rule if he has not been here. How does he make decisions? How can he pass judgment? Or I don't really know what your rulers do.
Steelfist has ruled these lands for many years, keeping it safe from the raiders. He has disappeared. My default position is to believe that he is still in charge because no one else has wielded his mask.
Alexandra shifts uncomfortably.
He's always been a great man. He's done very good things for the lands. I will not just give up on him.
Have you ever met him? At the fair, or?
In a way.
What do you mean?
What?
I don't wish to discuss it.
Man, this peddler got a lot of secrets. Were you was he a raider in a past life? Who knows?
But what if I look like I really want to know?
My 21 says I really don't wish to discuss it. That's what he says, yeah.
So meta.
Did you try roll persuasion?
Yeah, I got a 15.
Ah,
He was going, okay, he tries to persuade you back to stop talking about it.
Is that going to be a second contest?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He says, quit talking about it. That's as good as the persuading he can do. He rolled
Okay.
very well.
Okay. Don't I?
Cut it out, guys, okay?
Well, if you're going to use that voice, I don't want you to tell me anything.
He just says, that's my business, and I don't wish to share it. Kind of slurred on that. I don't know why. That's my business. I don't wish to share it.
Okay, but you have personal knowledge of his character. Yes?
He is a great man.
Okay. Cool. How long has he been missing?
It's been several years.
years, you say?
What exactly? See, in some places, there are rules that say if you're missing for a certain amount of time, then you are officially, legally dead. Do you have anything like that here?
Let me tell you a story.
Okay.
Yes, please, indulge us.
When the Almighty Slayer was a young man, he was just trying to get by. He had some run-in with raiders. He pretended to be a raider for a while, but he never went on raids. He was just trying to get through the lands. He struggled. He was a strong man, but he still had to struggle because he had no confidence and no friends to put his faith in. Yeah, thanks. He came across, he left the Raiders, changed his mask to an adventurer's mask, such as it was a poor mask, but it was an adventurer's mask he made. He decided he didn't want anything to do with the Raiders. He came across a bog where he met Reba. Not Reba, a Weezern. Sorry, not Reba. Okay. I just spoke that. I substituted the two in my mind. And the Weezern and him became fast friends, and they spent some time together in the forest. In the forest, he found a weird-looking tree stump which contained the Almighty Slayer mask. Around the bog, there were some dead people that were all he assumed were fighting each other for the mask, and they all died, which happens a lot during some of the more powerful masks, where it could just be a slaughter and all that's left is the mask, which looks like what happened here. He took the mask and brought it to safety, made himself strong, learned how to fight, and wore the mask and gained supporters and became the ruler. Before then, it was 20 years before the mask had been on somebody's face.
So the land had no ruler.
Yes, it was. The Raiders were terrible. He put it into the Raiders for quite a long time, and he ruled the lands with a kind grace, and the people thrived, and the tumblers even stopped tumbling for a while. He is a great man, and I'm not willing to give up on him.
Interesting.
So what I'm hearing you say is, are you him?
He laughs. I'm a peddler.
I mean, according to your mask, masks are a terrible system, by the way.
They keep us safe.
I suppose, but like, you rely a lot on them for who a person is, and it seems strange to rely on something that can be swapped out easily to decide if a person is trustworthy or not.
He doesn't seem to understand what you're talking about.
We come from a land where there are no masks.
Blasphemy.
I wish that were true, but no, we do. We come from a land where there are no masks for the social hierarchy purposes that you guys use them for.
Or religious, apparently, since it is blasphemy, I suppose. But yes,
You walk
only-
around with naked faces?
well, it's not considered naked, but yes, your only face is the face that you have.
And some of us have very nice faces.
I don't. He's baffled. I've only known this land, and we've always worn masks.
So can I roll insight?
Sure. Or what are you trying to insight? What you said in Discord?
Ugh, apparently with that roll, I'm not trying to insight anything. Yeah, I'm trying to insight into how it seems strange to me that he would seemingly know such random information about this dude and just happen to have a monkey and just happen to be a dwarf when Steelfist is also a dwarf and also had a monkey friend.
Everyone knows the story of Steelfist.
Yeah, but not everyone's a dwarf walking around with a monkey with a secret peddler van of secrecy.
Weird, June.
Where's June? Whatever. Sorry, I keep struggling with the word. Anywho, I'm gonna roll that inside of fail.
He seems to be telling you the truth.
Ugh.
No, I didn't mean that.
He runs away.
No,
Well,
I
no, that
didn't
would
mean
be a great test
That was
because if
an
he was
accident.
Steelfist, he wouldn't be intimidated by you.
I just clicked the wrong thing.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Cool.
I will continue to harbor my suspicions secretly and silently.
Okay.
I can move things around. Lava pits just start walking around.
Mobile pits. It's just basically walking barbecue trucks.
So we're all well rested. Should we head out before the day gets any longer?
Reba runs off into the forest. or the trees.
Why?
She'll be around. She's always around. Did somebody want to give up her seat for her?
No.
She's always around. She comes and goes as she pleases.
How long is this trip going to be by wagon?
It's probably going to be. It's probably not going to cut the journey down too much because it's difficult terrain for wagons, but it's the only way he can bring his stuff.
So 2 days instead of 3, maybe?
Yeah, instead of getting there at night, you might get there mid-morning, mid-afternoon.
Cool, let's head out.
Okay, so you head out, leaving this map, and I believe that this would be the best point to stop for the day. I know it's a little bit early, but I think that would be best for the storyline. So,
Uh-oh.
what?
Doesn't bode well.
That and helping you set up and me being drastically underprepared kind of goes hand in hand also. So yes, I do have maps after this, but I don't have much content after this that I need to develop. So Dreve, thanks for being a rules lawyer. I appreciate that. Thanks for the resub. Love you for that.
Woo! Thank you.
Do we level?
Unfortunately not. Sorry.
Let's just spend the next 15 minutes bullshitting.
Damn it.
Okay.
Let's just talk about what we will do when we do level.
Oh man,
Sure.
it's going to be so cool.
You're going to level so hard.
So hard.
And if anybody in chat has any questions, please voice them. We'll answer any questions. Brett, what are you going to do when you level?
I'm gonna extra attack fucking everything. Like every
Oh,
fucking
you get a
thing.
multi-strike?
Yeah, I get so at 5th level, ranger gets an extra attack, and I am a big fan of all of the melee, consecutive melee, lots of melee. I took duelist this time. This is the first time I've taken that feat for a ranger archetype, for the fighting style. So I'm getting used to how that feels. In the past, when I played a ranger, the one other time I took two weapon fighting and also got an extra attack, so I hit like 4 times every turn. It was fucking awesome.
Sweet.
So that's what I'm looking forward to, in case anyone was wondering.
I think I nerfed myself by not actually taking any Eldritch invocations.
Yeah, that just sounds cool. You should have taken that.
Can you
What was the
change,
lame thing you
can
took
change spells
instead?
during a long rest? Can you change spells during a short rest?
I would think so if you can regain your slots, but the invocations are not like necessarily spells. They're like on top of that, things that I can do. Like one of them essentially edits the Eldritch Blast cantrip that I have so that it adds my charisma modifier to the damage it deals on a hit.
Warlocks can only change spells during a level up.
Oh, okay.
Tony, do you have any Drexhawk, do you have any cool things coming up at 5?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. I've never really played a fighter before, so I'm kind of looking forward to what I might get, or I may not get anything. Who knows? But we'll see.
Any cool shit with Rangers?
Me?
Oh, wait.
Well, you are the ranger, are you not?
Mixing
I
up.
am.
No, she gets the multi-strike. We got that. What about
Druids.
Taliana?
Hang on, trying to find it.
Also, do we want to talk at all about backstory?
Sure.
Yeah, you never did ask that question again after we got interrupted by lava.
I get nothing at 5.
I get nothing at 5 either.
What?
Okay.
But at 6, I can turn into my raven friend.
Sweet. So the backstory starts with, is it you, Britt, or is it with you, Jess?
Me.
So do you want to get into that at all?
Yeah. I mean, do we want to like say that this was a conversation that happened while we were walking around? Okay.
Maybe you're introducing yourself to Daytimer. No, you wouldn't want to tell him that. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
feel
was
it's more like talking amongst ourselves. Like, we still haven't addressed the most important elephant in the room, which is the letter we found.
And the kidnapping in general.
So do you want to hold off on that till it makes sense in the story to talk about it?
Well, I mean, Taviana was trying to ask before, and initially we didn't answer because there were people around, and then when we started talking about it again, there was an earthquake and a bunch of fissures with lava showed up. So, like, I feel like it makes sense for her to have asked again once we were on the road, like before we ran into the stone guy.
Daytimer goes out to check on Reba, and he's completely out of earshot. You make a perception check. You know that he's out of earshot.
Okay.
So I bring it up again.
RP.
How so?
RP that shit.
Hey, you. What's that thing you said about the thing you said before?
Who is this?
What is happening? Why is Mario here? Where's Luigi?
Yes, I mean.
We gotta go rescue a princess. I don't know.
What?
I don't have a good. I never played Mario Kart. I'm sorry.
I've never played Mario Kart. I played the originals.
I didn't play that either. I didn't know they existed. I was just like, Mario Kart? No, that's not true. That would be terribly tragic.
Okay, so what was the letter that we found?
Would you like me to share it with everyone?
Was that in character or was that... No, I'm trying to figure out if she was trying to start the conversation.
Yeah, it's really hard because she doesn't have a character voice.
Yeah, but neither do I.
Thank you.
Oh my god, yeah, it's a problem with you too.
I've noticed that she'll address our character names when she's using her character,
Yeah, that
Yes.
was...
which she
because
didn't do this
I went to
time.
look in my list and I don't see a letter, so I don't have it, so...
Yeah, that's
You
because
know.
I grabbed
What
it.
it says?
Yeah.
There's only one.
Yeah,
wanna show it to
Alexandra found
everybody?
it.
Yeah.
I can put it in everybody's inventory so they can see it if you want me to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll read it out loud for the folks at home. So we found a mysterious note on the ship that we woke up on when we were kidnapped, and I was in a chest that I gracefully broke open. And it said, "Stop at nothing to retrieve Casimir Bus, Exandra Zeloshin, and anyone with whom they are traveling. Reward alive, 100,000 GP," which is not bad.
Yeah.
I've had better bounties.
I might turn myself
Recently
in.
dead, 50,000 GP, and then it's signed without any like best regards or thanks or hearts.
Loving kisses.
Carry on study. No XOXO.
Who's that?
Not even sincerely. Who are you?
Oh, okay. I was just trying to help the narrative. I'll let you guys do it. Go. You go.
So, since we're alone now, has anyone ever heard of Kieran Sally?
Kirian Sally. And yes.
I'm gonna go with, since you corrected her, that you know.
Yeah, go ahead and enlighten us.
Kirian Sally is a minor deity. of the Drow. She is their goddess of vengeance and the undead, and she does not get along very well with my patron, and Ixandra and I escaped from her at one point, and she does not forgive easily, and she considers that to be a slight, even though she is sort of the one who is holding slaves in the first place, which I think is rude.
And she's very rude and has no sense of letter etiquette.
Also, that is, I guess, another one of her flaws, yes.
Probably the most crucial if you're going to be a patron of anything, is to learn some manners and not sign your letters with just your name, whatever.
Yes. Anyway, I do apologize. I do not think you would have gotten kidnapped if you hadn't been with us, but I think that they just grabbed everyone who was near our table, and put them on a
Steve!
boat. And yes, Steve unfortunately ate near us. So.
Yeah, I was under the impression as well that they did not know who they were trying to grab. They were just basically anyone we may or may not have interacted with over the course of the evening. And a couple people just close enough to us in the bar were all kidnapped, and it looks like from this note that it had to do directly with us.
Yeah, so sorry. How are you?
And how did, and I'm not there. I'm just the dungeon
Damn it,
master,
Mario!
not
Damn it,
here.
Mario!
How did you guys meet the other two members of your party?
Taviana, actually, when we met you, we had just gotten away from Kirian Sali. Just sort of made our escape. It was the first time I had been free in 6 years. So, and then Ixandra knew Naruhito by reputation, I think, if not.
Yeah, Naruhito did some guard and or muscle work for various noble houses in Baldur's Gate. And though he never worked for my family in particular, he did have a particular reputation for being honorable and trustworthy. And so once we returned to Baldur's Gate, we commissioned him to come along with us on some of our tirades.
Tirades? Jesus.
Adventures? I don't know. What, man? I rampage everywhere.
Well, they're adventures for us, but for you, they are tirades.
So,
any other questions, Tavi?
So, Naru, you're just basically a hired gun?
Initially he was, but that was a year ago.
yeah, now we're
I'm just
friends.
curious if he can speak for himself.
Oh no, I can. And yeah, I over the course of time that I've been spending with Ixandra, it's become more of a respected friendship, at least from my point of view. Initially I was hired on as hired muscle, quote unquote, but now after the time that we've spent together, I've kind of view her as a respected comrade.
Just Ixandra, though. He was like,
Right,
you
you've been with
assholes,
us
though.
The same amount of time.
He's all like,
Yeah,
who
but
are you
were
guys
you
again?
assholes paying him before? Didn't think so.
Assumed we were all paying him since we brought him along to adventure with us.
You
I'm
weren't
pretty
on like
sure-
a payment plan. You got the bulk of it at the beginning, right? You weren't, because we got nothing now.
It's like half now, half later type of deal.
So I would assume that. So the boat crashed. We're here.
Right.
Chances are anybody who knew the people that were on the boat won't know we're here. Nobody here is after us, probably. So I would assume we're relatively safe here compared to being wanted back.
I would not. The Underdark connects to a lot of different places, and I don't think that there is any guarantee that there is not an entrance to the Underdark here. It also concerns me. I don't. There are entrances to the Underdark in Faerun, so why a boat? Where were they going? Why did they come here? If there's no one here who would be after us.
I don't think that they intended for us to come here. I think that we just happened to shipwreck near here.
Yeah, but where were they heading? You know,
Yeah,
away from
Because, yeah, it was clearly away from Faerun, though.
Yes, it was away from Faerun. I do agree that the Underdark and the presence of Drow and stuff like that is not just to Faerun. So we could be in trouble. It's going to take them a while. They're obviously going to be looking for us. It's just going to take them a while to figure out exactly where we went.
I just
Except
think
for
that
we live in a world with magic, so it really might not take any time at all.
yeah, I just think that for the time being, it would be better if we didn't give them a trail to follow of, our names. So
And we'll just keep our masks on so they can't see our faces. It's fine.
Well, and
yes,
from
I
now
am
on-
completely unrecognizable now that I have this thing on my face. You cannot see my horns. You cannot see my tail. Could be different person.
I mean, it worked for Clark Kent, man. Well, I don't know.
A
I
big
cannot
mask.
hear your accent. Okay, so it seems that this land has issues.
More issues than Vogue.
Number one, I'm going to work very hard to use our new names rather than our real names as we go forward. But we're going to the nearest city because we have nothing. So
Well, now we have a gold nugget, so we have and some
true.
armor.
do
We
have
have
that.
we have a little.
We have a little. Do you think we should spend time here helping here, or should we try to go find that woman and kill her?
I'm
Kill her.
I'm
Oh,
very in well, a couple things. I don't know how possible it is for us to kill a goddess, but I am very interested in these earthquakes that this the Slayer managed to stop for a while. I think I would like to know more. And this place is very disconnected from Faerun. If she has no contacts here, then perhaps we will stay hidden longer.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. So it sounds like we want to stay. I don't know. I was planning on just getting to the city and figuring it out from there, but Personally, my character is totally down to go head to head with the goddess in the Underdark any day.
I mean, sure, but let's get an opportunity to rest up, rearm, resupply, and then see if we can make any more allies along the way.
Just let me get 16 more levels and then come at me, bro.
Yeah, that's real.
You would definitely not be food then.
Nor friends.
We could be friends. I still think if I had taught him better, then we could be friends. That was my
Okay.
bad.
Since it's now time, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Good job on stretching that out. I will be more prepared next time for a longer one, but I told you before when we went into this, I was drastically unprepared. But good job streaming today, Cass. You did a great job. All the transitions were fantastic. Good job. That takes a lot off my plate so I can focus on the game more instead of camera shots and all that stuff. Thank you again, Dreve. Thanks everybody for coming out. Appreciate it. I'm probably going to be posting half of episode 2 on YouTube after I edit that out. The part where half the video you can't hear me at all. And then we'll put this one up right after it for episode 3. So it'll be episode 1, episode 1.5, and episode 3, or something like that. Thanks for all coming out. We'll be back again next week, same time, 3 p.m. PST. And thanks for everything.